Okay, thank you for listening to and watching Politics 101 with Robert Dobbs. I'm Robert Dobbs, your host. Today we're going to be talking about Pakistan, specifically the Chinese-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is really going to be a game changer to the Pakistan economy and something that'll help Pakistan strategically develop its economy more and help its citizens, and also help increase the stability of Pakistan in the region, which is essential because Pakistan is one of two nuclear powers in the region, India being one nuclear power and Pakistan being the other nuclear power, meaning as far as nuclear weapons. And Pakistan's been very important as far as the war on terror and in helping trying to stabilize Afghanistan and the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Pakistan military has put a lot of effort in trying to secure that region, and in doing so, it helps with a project such as this. First, to understand where Pakistan is at, we have to look at Pakistan is on the Arabian Sea between Iran and India, on the east and west, with China on the north and Afghanistan on the northwest. In the northern part, you have also Kashmir, which is part of India, and there's a part of Kashmir that's part of Pakistan controlled. This corridor will basically go from China's Xinjiang province, which is also known as China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Zone, which is an autonomous region for the Muslim Chinese that live in western China. And it'll go from the city of Kashgar in China to the deep sea port of Gwadar, which is in Pakistan near the Iranian border of Pakistan and Iran. It's a real game changer because of the amount of money that's being put into this project. Along this corridor, you basically have roads, rail systems, hydroelectric power projects, coal power plants, wind power, solar power plants, and other heavy industries that will be developed along this corridor. It's very important because it's about 50 billion US dollars the Chinese are investing and managing the construction of these projects, with about 34 billion in energy projects and about 12 billion in infrastructure, being the roads, rail, and other things. What does Pakistan stand to gain? Well, if you look at that, foreign direct investment has basically dropped off dramatically in the last 10 years. Any country that would be putting about 50 billion US dollars into a project like this is significant. It's estimated to create about 700,000 jobs in Pakistan. It'll help speed up the GDP growth. The investors will be backed by Beijing and Chinese banks, and Pakistan does not have to increase or take on any debt in the process. The majority of the investment will be into the energy sector, about 16 billion worth of coal, wind, solar, and hydro energy projects. And they want to try increasing about 11,000 megawatts of electricity into the national grid. And they're trying to get that up to 16,000 megawatts by the year 2021, which will help significantly with Pakistan and its electrical power shortage, where you see this consistently happening in the larger cities, Karachi and Islamabad and other areas. They're going to spend about $6 billion for road projects, about $4 billion for railroad projects. And also with this, about 45 million US dollars in an optical fiber cable between China and Pakistan, as far as helping with cyberspace. What's in it for China? Of course, China is a very large country, and this province normally would have to send goods and services from the western part of China all the way to the eastern part of China, which is a significant distance, and it takes a lot of time. If you look at by creating this corridor between China through Pakistan down to the port at the Arabian Sea, they basically, will increase the access they have to seaports. They'll lessen greatly the amount of time and the cost, which will help develop this province in China, which they hope will help stem the tide of Islamism that they're having there, as far as some of the more radical groups that have been attacking due to the poor economic conditions in that province. They're basically calling it the New Silk Road, a 21st century maritime Silk Road. Gwadar lies close to the Strait of Hormuz, a key oil shipping lane, and this would, give China land access to the Indian Ocean, cutting off about 13,000 kilometers of sea voyage from Tianjin to the Persian Gulf, through the Strait of Malacca and around India, to basically about a 2,000 kilometer road journey or rail journey from Kashgar to Gwadar. Xinjiang is thousands of miles from the Chinese coast, and this is why it makes it, very important for China to do this. Basically, some have argued that China will get all the benefit out of this and Pakistan won't. And, you have various groups in Pakistan that have been trying to, exert their influence and ensure that, some of these areas along this corridor will see some development and money spent on some infrastructure projects, which is, of course, a concern in Pakistan, because typically when anything has come as far as money or projects in that it seems like a certain group within the country will benefit and many of the average citizens won't. And corruption is always something that plays into everything. So hopefully this project will take off and all will go as planned, and we can see some further development of Pakistan. And by doing this, Pakistan being more economically viable, it will help their democracy better, help their political situation, and also help them, be more of the leader that is necessary in controlling, the events of what's going on in Afghanistan and Tajikistan and other areas in that region, and specifically Kashmir, that maybe somehow, a resolve can come to the Kashmir situation and help, develop increased ties with India as well. Well, thank you for listening. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and have a good day. Thank you.